favorite genres that you like to do, or is it fun to do a variety?
Yeah, variety is for, ver, it's interesting though, like having coached so many narrators who talk about the thing that they love to do the most, I'm stunned at how like each individual narrator thinks that of course their favorite genre is everyone's favorite genre. And so then I realized,
Writers
wait a
do
second.
that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like so clearly I need to be a little bit specific. And when I look at the types of stories that I love to tell, um, I like by and large, there are exceptions obviously. Um, when you put reality under not a microscope, but like when you really focus in on what is and why is it, and the
Hmm.
quiet, like struggling in a relationship or just trying to work something out that maybe is just within a family or within a home or within the quiet parts of life that are sort of the connective tissue of
Mm.
life. I really love that. And so I am
Mm.
not the grand sweeping epic with 500 characters, swashbuckling space empire kind of. That's just not what lights me up. I really like these little, why did this happen in this relationship? Like, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. And I will say, you narrated my novella, Lilac Island. And oh my goodness. And I want you both to know, and I know I've told you this before, but I want everyone to know that I listened to hundreds of voices, beautiful voices, wonderful voices, great narrators. But when I heard each one of you, I knew you were perfect for what I wanted to have done. And I did not know Andi because my book Lilac Island is set on Mackinac Island in Michigan. I did not know you were a Michigander. Did not know you'd gone to Mackinac Island for your honeymoon. And and so we got that all settled that you were going to do it. Before I learned any of that, you really were the perfect person. And so when you talk about the nuances of what's going on in this story, that's what you brought out so beautifully. And I did have different characters there. The Midwesterners, the New Yorker, the Oklahoma cowboy, Jamaicans. There, and you brought all that together so beautifully. And it's one of the things I like about the work of each of you is it's not just projecting a voice, but it's the emotion that goes with it and the understanding that goes with it. And just such a great job. So, Steve, what do you like to do?
Well, a lot of what Andy said, I love the emotional connection within the character dynamic, but also just whenever I get a chance to really dive deep into something human, some human experience, especially these days, it's very important, to bring our humanity to the work. So I love any opportunity I get to do that, which I loved about your book, Linda. Um, oh, that beautiful relationship between the father and son. Oh, that got me. It really resonated deeply. But I'm kind of opposite Andy also in that I love large casts of characters. I'm a character actor by
Why does that
training.
not surprise me? Yeah.
I don't know. So I kind of have like a running competition with myself of how many characters can I do in a book. I think my best so far is 95 in one book, speaking characters with like, I don't know, 28 accents, something like that. So I accept that as a challenge that for me is fun. A lot of people are like, whoa, that sounds crazy. Don't,
Yeah.
have fun with that. That's not for me. But for me, I love it. I love it. Give me all the characters.
Well, in Gold Mountain, that's exactly what you did. And I honestly wondered if anybody could pull it off because we had the guy from San Francisco and his son from San Francisco. There was Preacher who, I
I
don't know
love
what he
him.
was. He was crazy. But there were the children. There were four little children that you had
Mhm.
to do. And somehow you managed to make each child, male, female, and at different ages, you managed to make them each totally recognizable, which is one of the things I love about audiobooks is it's almost like my brain doesn't have to work too hard because I can just tell by the voice, if it's done well, by the voice who's talking. And I love that. There was also, let's see, we had a Russian, right? Um, Oh God,
The
the
French
Tlingit
Canadian. Yeah.
native,
Hmm.
yeah, and a couple of prostitutes
Yeah.
stuck in there who were real characters. You just did a great job with all of those voices.